Let me first of all thank you for your patience. I know that it has taken us longer than planned, but we are still on time. We have agreed the whole package before the first session of the European Parliament. 5 years ago, we needed 3 months to decide, and still some leaders were against. This year, it was 3 days, and nobody was against. Even if Germany abstained on the Commission President due to some issues in the government coalition, personally, Chancellor Merkel supported the whole package. First and foremost, we have chosen 2 women and 2 men for the 4 key positions. A perfect gender balance. I am really happy about it. After all, Europe is a woman. I think it was worth waiting for such an outcome. We have proposed Ursula von der Leyen as the next President of the European Commission and nominated Christine Lagarde as the candidate for President of the European Central Bank. We have elected Charles Michel as the next President of the European Council and President of the Euro Summit, as well as nominated Josep Borrell as the candidate for High Representative of the Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy. It will now be for the European Parliament to consider Ursula von der Leyen for the Commission President. If elected, she will be the first woman to lead the European Commission. Charles Michel will, with his experience as Belgian Prime Minister, be ideal for finding consensus and building unity among member states. Josep Borrell will, as Foreign Minister and former President of the European Parliament, be a strong representative and defender of the European Union's interests and values in the world. Christine Lagarde will, with her international background and standing as current Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, be a perfect President of the European Central Bank. In addition, the European Council took note of Ursula von der Leyen's intentions to nominate Frans Timmermans and Margrethe Vestager as the highest-ranking vice presidents of the Commission. We also expect Ursula von der Leyen to ensure an appropriate geographical balance in the team of vice presidents. I wish the new leaders all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. I now open the floor for your questions. Georgia, you have the first.
Yes. Hello, President. I'm here, Georgi Gote from Euractiv. How about the Parliament? I mean, I know it's not you, it's the Parliament, but it was anyway part of the package. So you didn't mention what are the names that were discussed for the European Parliament President, obviously dividing the mandate into 2. You must be aware that the name of Sergei Stanishev, for example, is circulating. Can you elaborate?
For obvious reasons, I want to be as delicate as possible. We know that this is for the Parliament to decide on the names. Our intention is to have a President of the Parliament from the Socialists and Democrats for the first term, and a candidate from the EPP for the second term. But this is our political opinion and our political intention. But we were, and really it was all of the leaders underlined the awareness that this is only for the Parliament to decide on it.
Thank you. Yes, the lady here in the fourth row.
Thank you. Silvia Amaro from CNBC. Looking at the ECB, the presidency of the ECB is actually quite a technical role. Do you think that, given that Madame Lagarde was a minister for finance in France, doesn't that actually put at risk the independence of the ECB? Thank you.
I have known Madame Lagarde for many years, and I am absolutely sure that she will be a very independent president of the European Central Bank.
Mark, to the right.
Good evening, Mark Peperkorn, Volkskrant, Netherlands. Actually, it's two questions. First of all, do you think that the Spitzenkandidaten model now is completely ready to be buried? And secondly, do you foresee the possibility of another package? Is there a possibility in the case the European Parliament says we don't want this? Thanks.
No, I am not a prophet. It's not for me to assess what is the real chance to achieve success in the Parliament. I will be there in Strasbourg on Thursday, and I will inform and explain everything I can about this process and our intentions. But you are right, it's always a huge question mark. This is why we have Parliament, I mean, to debate, to discuss, to argue, and then to decide. But I hope that, of course, that the political leaders, not only prime ministers will do everything to convince our colleagues in the Parliament to support this project. When it comes to Spitzenkandidaten, it was clear from the very beginning that for the European Council, Spitzenkandidaten procedure is not a form of self-obligation, it's not a legal obligation, but we wanted to respect candidates and also this very idea of leading candidates, and I think that the final result is a demonstration that we wanted to respect both people and this mechanism.
Thank you. And Jim, you'll get the last question.
Thank you very much. Jim Brunston from the Financial Times. The candidates who have been chosen for the lead jobs, they hail from France, Germany, other member states in Belgium, other member states in Western Europe. Geographical balance was one of your major aims in the negotiations. How well do you feel you succeeded?
Our assumption is that it's still possible, maybe something more, maybe very likely that in the Parliament there's still a chance that the Parliament will vote for a president from the Eastern and Central Europe. This is, I hope so, at least, but of course it's not for us to decide on this. Just 2 minutes ago I said also that we want to encourage Ursula von der Leyen to propose an appropriate geographical balance in the team of vice president. And you know, if someone asks me what it means, I would answer that Central and Eastern Europe, as well as Italy, should be on board in this process.
Thank you very much. This concludes the press conference.
Thank you.